Honorable Men Discord, Scary Times, Demetrius Eugene Fleming. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Scary times. This is scary times. This is very scary times. I don't even know how else to put it. Listen, folks, if you haven't been watching the news, I mean, for those of you who are too busy, caught up in gaming and streaming and following your favorite streamer, if you're into gaming and what game is about to drop, what Marvel movie is about to drop, your favorite sports team is about to start a season, let me be the first to tell you, you really need to be paying attention to the news because the world outside is getting crazy. If it wasn't already crazy, I think the exposure to that madness is at an all-time high. We have a young man by the name of Demetrius Eugene Fleming, who has been found unalive. He was hanging. I don't know if it was specifically from a tree, but he was found hanging. I have the news report. I have some reaction to it. And then the last clip that I have is allegedly his daughter speaking on it. Now, I went to his TikTok page, and he seemed to be someone who enjoyed humor. He enjoyed just making humorous videos. All his posts were humorous videos. He never really spoke in his videos. I couldn't find a video where he actually spoke himself. He always used voiceovers, comical voiceovers, and that's about it. Just off of his TikTok, there's not much I can say about him other than he enjoyed humor. He seemed like someone who was lighthearted in nature. But let's get to this news report, and I'm gonna share my thoughts even further on this. But what a time! What a time! Let's get into it.
Story, a death investigation in Roanoke Rapids.
For the second time in less than a week, local law enforcement looking into the death of someone found hanging.
WRAL's Monica Casey is live in Halifax County, where the Roanoke Rapids police chief just wrapped up a news conference. Monica?
Well, the chief's main message here today is that they are still investigating exactly what happened in Roanoke Rapids this morning. He says they received a 911 call from a person who was not at the scene, but was close to the person who died. Police here in City Hall today identifying that man as 38-year-old Demetrius Fleming. They say when EMS and police arrived at that scene on Roanoke Avenue, they found Fleming hanging from a ligature. Right now, they will not say exactly what that ligature was. During this press conference today, the chief acknowledged the implications of the hanging death of a black man. Is there any indication that leads you all to believe that anyone else was involved?
We're treating this as an equivocal death investigation, meaning that we're not working from any strict assumption. We have to, everything is on the table, and we're pursuing any and all leads.
Now, the chief here acknowledged the recent suicide death in Raleigh where another black man was found hanging. He says they cannot say that those two are connected and that they are still working to learn the motivations around why this incident here occurred. Live in Roanoke Rapids, Monica Casey, WRAL News.
What if you could make a song using only your voice?
Okay. Clearly, that's North Carolina. I covered an episode on the young lady who was found hanging from a tree in a abandoned home, in the back of an abandoned home in Mississippi. And some on social media would say this is rage bait or what's going on. Some people, a group of us think that this is all happening because there's a collective of people that want a race war. All right. I don't know what to think about it. I really don't know what to think about it. Is that a possibility? Absolutely, that's a possibility because one person found hanging from a tree uh it's concerning, it's alarming, but you see that she mentioned the news reporter. She mentioned that there was one that happened, I guess, a week or two before. That's alarming. That's not a coincidence. This is not a new trend in black culture on how some of us choose to unalive ourselves. If that's what they're leaning towards, if that's what they think this is about, and I don't think that's what this is about. I don't really know what this is about. This is very, uh, very bold because if this isn't, if this is in fact uh, racially motivated, which I think it possibly is, these people do not care about the fact that it hits the news. And I think that's one of the things that's triggering, and one of the things that's most alarming to me is the fact that these things are happening and no one's worried about getting caught. And again, we live in a day and age with nothing but cameras. I don't know how it is in the South. I've always been in pretty much in city areas. Never been in areas that are non-city areas, for lack of a way of expressing that. But I don't know what's going on. I don't understand how, in a day and age where we have camera phones that shoot HD videos, we have ways of tracking one another based on watches, and not to say that that Demetrius had that type of technology to be found, but I mean the surrounding area. What kind of technology do they have out there? Were there street cameras, ways to locate him, ways to investigate this? Obviously, it's still fresh, it's still ongoing. So I'm not saying that the authorities won't be able to find out what's going on, but to be honest with you, these things are happening in the South, and the South has always had a foul history when it comes to black and brown people. So I really don't know what's going on. I mean, if this was happening in New York City somewhere, I mean, it would be completely polarizing to the point where I think people would come together and protest against this. For some reason, it's happening down south, and I don't see enough uproar from people. Maybe I'm missing that footage, that coverage, but what is going on down south? What is going on down south? I mean, we know from the Nolan Wells case that the South is very corrupt as far as the politicians, and this is my take on it. I mean, this is my words, this is my thoughts on it, so you can hold me to it. Um, my immediate thoughts about the South, as far as Mississippi is concerned, is a huge amount of corruption. I mean, the when we think about Texas, we talk about Carmelo Anthony. He was recently denied. I'm going to do an episode on that. That doesn't mean that his appeal process is over. It just means that he's going to have to sit a little bit longer before he could, I guess, appeal it again. But the difference between the Carmelo case and what's going on down south is Carmelo case. Well, the only difference is that we now know that Carmelo had some questionable uh, things within his head that was allegedly on his phone. But the difference between the Carmelo and the Metcalf case and what's going on down south is that uh, down south, well, you know what? There is really there's not much of a difference. They had a gentleman's agreement. They didn't want to disclose the the history that the Metcalf twins had, and this is much like what I think is going on in Mississippi with Nolan Wells and his quote unquote friends. Clearly, there's information that's being withheld from the public, and they are doing their absolute best to make sure it doesn't get out because so many people are going to go down in Mississippi for what happened to Nolan Wells. So many people, so many people. This would be the biggest case that I've seen in my lifetime if it gets exposed to all the corruption that's involved in the Nolan Wells case. But I don't mean to um, detract from this particular case, but what is going on in the South. Really why I sidetracked and started speaking about these other cases. What is going on in the South? But what's going on in the South is what's going on in parts of the country, which is a lot of corruption, a lot of blatant corruption. And when we speak about it, we're made to look as though we're crazy and we're playing the race card. When all of these things, the connection to all of these things is race. When the Carmelo Anthony case broke, the thing was, oh, some of you all are making it about race. Why we got to make it about race, right? When everything about it is about race. Now that we found out more information, all right, everything about the twins was about race. They did not like black people. Could we agree on that? And I'm not condoning the fact that Austin Metcalf lost his life. That's not what this is about. I don't celebrate that. I don't applaud that. But let's not act as though race is not a factor. There's a group of us on social media that like to believe that race doesn't exist. There's a group of us that feel like when we speak about race, on any particular time, we're racist for speaking about race. How can that be? I don't see people necessarily from other races speaking out against the fact that black and brown people are being found hanging from a tree. Again, I'll say, like I said on a previous episode, what other races have we been finding hanging from trees? Don't tell me this is exclusive to black people. Don't tell me black people are now choosing this as the way of unaliving themselves. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Let me go into these other videos and I'm going to speak about this further.
All black people that are listening to me right now to wake up. And you should be on high alert. We are being hunted. This keeps happening. Another black man has been found hanging in North Carolina just days after a man was found hanged in Raleigh. Police are not calling this a suicide right now. They can't determine whether it's self-inflicted or if something malicious happened. So let me tell you exactly what the authorities are saying before rumors take over, and also what we need to be doing as a black community. His name is Demetrius Eugene Fleming. He is 38 years old. Shortly after 6:45 a.m. yesterday morning, police responded to the 1900 block of Roanoke Avenue in Roanoke Rapids. The original 911 call reported an attempted suicide. When officers arrived on the scene, Fleming was already deceased and was found connected to what investigators described as a ligature. A ligature simply means some type of material used to tie, bind, or constrict, which could include a rope, cord, fabric, a belt, or something similar. It's important to note that police have not revealed what type of ligature was involved in Demetrius' death. Police Chief Lawrence Wiggins says this remains an open, equivocal death investigation. Investigators are pursuing all leads, examining nearby surveillance cameras, and an autopsy could determine whether there were any additional injuries. And right now, police say there's no evidence connecting Demetrius' death to the recent Raleigh incident. So what do we do as a black community? We should check on each other. We should share our location with people that we trust. We need to let someone know where we're going and who we're meeting and what time we will arrive. We should be preserving threatening text messages and videos. If you witness something suspicious, you need to document it safely and report it, and demand a thorough and transparent investigation. The authorities don't have enough evidence to call this a lynching. They don't have enough evidence to call this a suicide. This is what they're saying right now. So we have another family that deserves answers and a community that deserves the truth. I need all black people that are listening to me right now to wake up. And you should be.
Okay, it's repeating.
38-year-old Demetrius Fleming was found hanging from a tree yesterday in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Police responded after a 911 call stating an attempted suicide. That does not mean Demetrius himself made that call. We've not been told who or what exactly happened and what they witnessed. So the investigation remains open. That's how it should be. Investigate everything. Where are the flock cameras? Where are the surveillance cameras? Where are the doorbell cameras? A traffic camera or business camera? Any cameras that were in that area? We have technology that can track a license plate across the city. Use every damn bit of this to find out what really happened to him. I have screamed about these deaths on here. I have cussed about these deaths. I have called the representatives in these cities where Black people are continuing to be hung from trees. So to the Black community, what can a person like me do to help right now? Who should we call? What organizations should we support? Where should we put pressure? Because I don't want to just make another video. Demetrius Fleming deserves an investigation. His family deserves answers, and the public deserves to know exactly how this man ended up hanging from a tree. Please let me know. I'm listening. 38-year-old Demetrius Fleming was found hanging from...
Another video that repeated. I appreciate, other races coming out and asking questions and bringing awareness to these situations, because it's going to take more than just Black and brown people speaking out against it, because clearly whoever's behind this, and you're not going to tell me all of these cases is self-inflicted. I just don't buy it. I will never buy it. Whoever's behind this does not care about media coverage. Again, they do this because whoever is doing this, I believe, is doing it from a place of knowing they're protected, knowing that the law is on their side, because it's really it's gone out of hand. It's gone out of hand, and I would love to talk about other topics, but how could I not talk about these type of topics? It can't just all be about entertainment and things that are I guess positive in nature. I mean, this is the real world we live in. Not all topics are going to be lighthearted. I mean, in a perfect world, they would be lighthearted, but we don't live in a perfect world, and we definitely live in a world where race matters. So if you're out there and for some reason you still feel oblivious to the fact that race matters, you think that because you're in a good neighborhood, you got a great job, that you're not affected by it. Maybe you won't be affected by it, but your kids will be affected by it. Someone close to you will be affected by it. Don't be oblivious to these things. Don't just see these things and just disregard it. So here I have, this is allegedly his daughter speaking on this. Okay. So I'm going to play this. This is the first time I'm actually watching this. I only played it for a few seconds when she was speaking, and I just decided to use this for the episode. So this is going to be a first time that I'm laying eyes on this. So I'm going to watch this like you all, and then I'm going to lend my thoughts on what she had to say.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Azara Brown. I am the daughter of Demetrius Eugene Fleming. If you don't know who I already am, I'm going to be addressing 2 points in this video today. Bear with me, guys. This is a lot. Number 1, yes, this is actually my father. That's me. That's him. That's me. That's him. That's me. That's him. If you still don't believe me, I don't know what to tell you. On to my second point. My family and me, definitely me personally, appreciate how much attention and love this is getting from our community. I couldn't be more overwhelmed with support and what people have said to me, and just the overall love my father is getting. I wish he was here to see how much people care. I really wish he was. That brings me to my point of the rumors going around. I'm not going to say that that is completely off the table. I am very aware of this country's state. I am very aware of the president. I am very aware of the communities and the hate that is circulating throughout America. I am very aware of what is happening in North Carolina right now, and it angers me to see what the world has come to, especially since I have so many family members, so many black males in my family. I say all that to say I see you guys. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring what's happening. I'm not ignoring the implications. What I am going to say, though, is we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. I've had siblings come to me hurt, crying, because there's this narrative going around, and they're on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, and they don't know what to do. And I promised that I'd make a video about it, addressing it, so hopefully it can calm down a bit. But guys, we don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know. Again, I say I appreciate all the love this is getting, but I have siblings, young siblings, who don't really want to hear about their father like that. I have family members who are enraged because they knew what my father's mental health was like, and they just, I'm not going to put my opinion on it, but I say that all to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the love and the support, for every creator that has reached out to me and asked for my permission to post something, or has been promoting my video and or the GoFundMe. I appreciate you guys so much. But the narrative, for right now at least, has to stop. It has to stop, because I would hate for the autopsy to come back and everybody's looking dumbfounded because it didn't come back how everybody expected it. That's pretty much all I have for right now. Please continue to keep my family in your thoughts and your prayers. If you can, please share the GoFundMe. If you can't donate, that's totally fine. No pressure. Please do not feel pressured to donate. If you want to leave a sweet comment to my family, I do sometimes read them to my siblings. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
So with that being said, uh, she mentioned his mental health, so I would only assume that it's a possibility that maybe it was self-inflicted. Um, in that case, condolences to the family. If it was not self-inflicted, hopefully the investigation is done thoroughly and we get the real cause of his passing. But that doesn't take the South off the hook. That does not take the South off the hook. It doesn't take Mississippi off the hook. It doesn't take North Carolina off the hook, and any other place where injustice may be taking place, blatantly taking place. Um, but again, condolences. This episode was just about awareness. I don't know what's going on as of late, and to be honest with you, I don't know if these things haven't been taking place um, years prior, and we're just finding out about them now. But it's eye opening. It's something to be aware of. Again, don't just watch certain episodes that I cover and just dismiss it. I know it's easy to get caught up in leisure activities and hobbies and sports, but look at the world around you from time to time. Don't just be oblivious. Don't just concentrate on music and gossip and entertainment. I enjoy those things as well, but I also, thanks to having a channel, find myself paying attention more and more to the world around us, and this is definitely concerning. But rest in peace to Demetrius. My condolences again to his family, to his daughter, and listen, as always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And I know I may sound a little bit morbid, but that's because I'm just giving respect to this topic. This is nothing to be enthusiastic about. All right. Again, this is an alarming um, topic, an alarming subject. So I approach it with respect. So that's all I have on this episode. I appreciate all of you. And as always, stay honorable.